Despite the CCJ's ruling that the President and Cabinet should adhere to the Constitution, in light of the fact that a no-confidence motion has been validly passed, Dr. David Hinds of the Working People's Alliance thinks that government MPs should attend Parliament until the President dissolves Parliament.
The members of the government are also members of the legislature, right? So they can argue when we go to the Parliament, we'll go there as elected members of the legislature and not going there as the government. In any case, they don't go as the government. They're the government side. But when they're in Parliament, they're not the government. All right?
Dr. Hinds shares the view that the government should call Parliament and have the amendment to the Psychotropic Act passed, since such will be acting in the best interest of the people, even though the thought of such has been criticized in some quarters.
We cannot, whether there is an interim government or a validly elected government, on the issue of young men and women in court for a small piece of marijuana is a national security issue. Overcrowded in prison and all those kinds of things. Young people going into prison and coming out worse than they went in just for a piece of marijuana.
In early July, the Ministry of the Presidency had noted that the draft amendments of the Narcotics, Drug and Psychotropic Substances Control Amendment Bill of 2015 were presented to Cabinet meeting in Linden on April 30, 2019. There, Cabinet approved a proposal to remove custodial sentences for 30 grams or less of marijuana. That forms the first in a series of actions that has to be taken to ensure the proposed changes are enacted. Before a bill is sent to the National Assembly, it has to be approved by Cabinet. If there are any changes, it is sent to the Attorney General's chambers. Once the final draft has been approved by Cabinet, it is added to the National Assembly's order papers, read, debated, and then voted on. That aside, Dr. Hinds mildly criticized the government over its political communication to the public.
Communicating what it is doing to the public, it has not been up to speed. And so therefore, the narrative from the PPP has gained more currency than it would normally gain.
Handel Duncan, HGP Nightly News.